Hello, hello, hello. We are back. Welcome back to the Put Your Phone Away, It's Movie Time podcast. This is episode 4, which it's kind of crazy that we've already been doing this for a month. Does not feel like that at all.
No,
Do you guys feel like that?
no.
Not even close.
Feels like we just thought of this like a couple days ago.
Which we kind of did, but
I mean, we thought about a month ago.
Yeah.
No, we've been thinking about it for a couple months, I think.
it's probably like 5 weeks, and then the next week we just kind of sent it.
Yeah, I think, one thing about the three of us is I think it ultimately came about because we were sitting here for just hours on end talking about movies every single day. Like literally Monday through Saturday together talking about movies, watching movies, and then we're like, I mean, we might as well just put a podcast together. And it all kind of came out of Landon having the idea for the It's Movie Time shirts. And also shout out Megan for always being on her phone during movies and not wanting to be there with us. Just joking, Megan. You know I love you if you listen to this. But no, we're super excited to be here today. We're going to do a couple things. We're going to talk Oscars. We're going to go through some of the nominees. We're going to pick what we want to win and then what we think will win, just logistically. And then we're going to not have a review this week of a current film because Landon and Jackson are being very selfish and going to Disneyland without me. All I'm going to do is
So it's a
watch
blessing,
movies.
I guess.
It is a blessing. I'm going to go see Shrek 1 and 2 in theaters.
King. What? First of all, hold up. Quality movies here. Shrek 1 and 2,
Yeah.
bangers.
Some might say they're great. Shrek, what's better, Shrek 1 or 2?
I like the first one more.
I
I
think
feel like that's controversial, but
I think 2 is a more popular film, but for me, I've seen 1 a lot more times, so it just has more substance to me.
It means more to you,
Yeah.
which ultimately,
And when Shrek be wrestling
yeah, dude,
and that song is playing,
that's honestly
get me
of
turned
all
up.
of all the movies, that's the best scene in any of the movies is that wrestling ring.
Yeah.
I remember being a kid and that was one of those scenes as a kid that I would rewind and watch, which that'd be a good thing to talk about on one of these pods is what scenes have we rewatched the most in our lives. But no, quality movies. I'm going to go see those two. I'm going to see the Woody Harrelson movie, of course, but I'm not going to review it alone. And then I'm going to go see this movie Riff Raff with Pete Davidson and Bill Murray.
oh, that's this week too.
Yeah, that's this week too.
Dang.
So,
All right.
We're gonna have a couple movies to see next week when we get back.
well, you already know I'm going to be with you. I think you guys might need to move your mics a little closer to your faces.
Oh, is that better?
That's
Got
much
it.
better.
Got it.
Okay, sick. Sorry, fans.
No, sorry about that. That's on me. Luckily, I'm taking a look at this, but I also want to face the camera. And okay, big announcement. Seth Orris is no longer a Mighty Duck virgin.
What a crazy
I
way to
popped
put
my
it.
quack, as it were.
That's
so nuts.
insane.
Yeah, dude. I popped my quack.
And now I don't know if it was a good thing that we were with you during that or not.
Right
That's
here,
crazy.
right here on this couch.
Pause. Hold up. That was crazy.
Let's move on.
That was crazy.
It's being kept in too. So, no, but I will say the films, they are so much fun. And I really, really, really just loved all three of them. For me, it goes D3, the first Mighty Ducks, and then D2. I think D3 is by far the best film in the series, which I know we were talking about it. Most people consider D2, it sounds like, to be the best. And I just simply don't agree, which is fine. But they're great movies. And we're actually going to do a podcast episode kind of breaking them down here in a couple weeks. So I don't want to spend too much time on that. But with all of this being said, we're probably going to spend a lot of time going over Oscar films today. We're only going over certain categories. So just be prepped for that. Jax, can you read us what categories we're going over?
Yeah, so categories we're going over, and this isn't in any order. We're going over actor in a leading role, actor in a supporting role, actress in a leading role, actress in a supporting role, animated feature film, cinematography, directing, best picture, visual effects.
So yeah, we're going over those ones. Obviously, we're missing a couple. Like when it comes to writing, things like that. Just for sake of time, we're just going over the ones we have there. Okay, so let's just start with VFX.
Oh, you want to start with VFX?
VFX is great.
I'm in.
Yeah.
You want me to hit? You want me to hit it with the VFX? I can start us off.
Well, can you read the nominations?
Oh yeah. I can start. Yeah, I'll read those. Yeah, you can cut that if you want. Okay, so for nominations for VFX, we have Alien Romulus, Better Man, Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and Wicked.
Banger
It's a tough
category.
category.
And I know you, Landon, Alien Romulus is like, what, your second favorite film from last year?
I think it was my third.
Third. Second was Mild Ass, right?
Yeah, I went Dune, Mild Ass, Alien.
Which is just what a lovely film Mild Ass is. Like, really, if you guys haven't had a chance to see it, please do. It'll change your life, even though apparently women just go through that thing every day. So
Yeah,
we
we were told that.
were told that
we were
by
all
women.
crying.
We're feminists. We listen. And okay, Jax, what are you choosing to win, and then what do you think will win?
So this is tough for me because you can't go wrong with any. Like if any of these were to win, I don't necessarily think I would be upset. Like there's one that I obviously want to win more than everyone else, but I would understand how any of these could win the category. So the one that I want to win is obviously Dune Part 2, and I also think that Dune Part 2 will win this category.
Yes.
I like genuinely
Great
just
pick.
I don't think that, again, everything in here is quality. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think anything tops Dune Part 2.
Yeah.
Like the sandworm, the shot of the 3 sandworms, bro.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah, that's what's crazy is I think of that shot now. I'm going to transition myself a little bit because we have the exact same picks,
Okay, sick.
and I think Landon probably has the exact same picks too.
Yep, same.
I think Dune Part 2 will run away with it, but to be fair, like I think the second best when it comes to VFX realistically is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Those movies all look so good, and I'm really excited though because I think Dune 2 is going to sweep the technical awards like Dune 1 did. I think it is a marvel at how good that movie looks. And we're going to talk about it more in best cinematography, but it's really good. I think that's a great pick. And I think that will win.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, same. I think both of those are my. I mean, that's my pick for both. But I also wouldn't care if Alien won.
Facts.
That's the thing. But also, like,
That's the thing. If any of these win, Wicked shouldn't win, respectfully. But if any of the other ones win, Wicked, like it's got fine VFX,
Yeah.
but it's not. I didn't watch that movie and think, oh my gosh, the VFX looks so great.
well, same with Better Man, if we're being honest.
But Better Man, I mean, Better Man looks great for what it is.
Yeah. But, like, I don't think, like, Better Man for what they did, there's really only him, the whole movie.
Yeah.
Great quality, right? Like, he looks good the whole movie. And then the other standout scene to me is,
The Rock DJ scene.
yeah, the Rock DJ scene.
Which, I mean, yeah, when it comes to visual effects in Better Man, it literally is just him.
Yeah.
Like that is the visual effects, which, I mean, are good. But I do think that's the third in this category. As Fourth.
Yeah, fourth.
As far as quality.
Yeah.
Wait, what's third?
Well, you have Dune Part 2, Kingdom of
yeah.
the Planet of the Apes,
Alien.
Romulus.
I agree.
Yeah.
And
So-
Alien Romulus looks great too. But Dune will take it.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we have next?
Best animated? Let's hit best animated. Len, do you want to start us off?
No, I got it.
Yeah.
Animated, we've got Flow, Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit, and The Wild Robot. My pick, I think The Wild Robot should win, and I think it will.
Okay.
But also, I've only seen 2 of those.
That's
So-
fair.
I think I know what you would pick, what you want to win. I think you would pick Inside Out too.
No.
Really?
Have you seen Flow?
I have seen Flow. I've seen every single one of those except for Memoir of Snow.
I think I agree with Landon. The Wild Robot was to me like an almost perfect movie.
Yeah.
And the animation in it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, Inside Out 2,
It's a good movie.
it's a great movie. It is. Is it better than
The Wild Robot? No.
animation wise better than Wild Robot?
No. So I was thinking about this because when it comes to best animated feature, like you still have to look at it as just a movie, right? Because that's what it is. But the animation does play in. I think personally, for me, I think the Wild Robot would be my pick. It was in my top 10 last year. If you know me, you know how much I love that movie. What will win? logistically is Flow. It's one of the like the animation is on the next level, like it's next level animation.
That-
And also it's just the award season's favorite.
That's what I have down as winning also is Flow.
Smart
I
man.
don't think that it should win, but I think that it will win.
Yeah.
Also, it's in the category for what, international
Yeah.
film?
Yeah.
Probably will win that one as well.
No. Amelia Perez will win that one. Should it? No, but it will. You have to.
Fingers crossed that it's Flow, honestly.
Yeah. Big facts. Big
Yeah,
facts.
fingers
I agree.
crossed.
I agree with
Amelia
you.
Perez is dumpster fire of a movie.
I do agree with you on that. No, great picks. I think those are great picks. Next up, we've got best cinematography. This one I'm excited to talk about.
I'm excited to talk about this one also. And the nominees for this one are The Brutalist, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, Maria, Nosferatu.
Banger category. Banger category. Now, I'll start us off on this one. What I think should win is Nosferatu. Without a doubt, the most beautifully shot. Roger Deakins, who is one of the greatest cinematographers of all time, right? Did like Blade Runner 2049, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, No Country for Old Men, Sicario. Like he's one of the GOATs. Now, he has said time and time again, the best cinematography is when it pushes the story along, but you don't necessarily like, it's not just pretty to be pretty. The cool thing about Nosferatu is it pushes the story along in a very, very good way, but it's also extremely pretty. So that's my pick to win. And then what I think will win, we just watched The Brutalist the other day.
Beautiful movie.
Absolute banger of a film.
Careful with the ass comments.
Yeah. Yo, that's facts. Why? Okay.
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't think I've ever
That's
heard
crazy.
Landon say a swear.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm going to listen to that at least 30 times.
That's good. He's going to make it his text tone when
but-
Landon sends him a text. It's just going to say, careful with the ass comments.
Careful with the ass comments. Careful with the ass comments. But no, I think The Brutalist will win. And I do think, again, it's deserving. Now, the only one, the dark horse I could see is Amelia Perez winning, just because it is a little bit of an award show favorite, which is weird because no one likes it. We've had this discussion. No one likes
like
the movie.
2 stars on Letterboxd.
Agreed. And the best part of the movie is both Zoe Saldana and the cinematography. Those are the two things the movie actually has going for it. So I could see a dark horse pick there. What do you guys think?
I mean, you already know what I want to win. Dune, I want Dune to win. And I think that Dune should win, in all honesty. I think that it should. And I don't care. You mentioned earlier before the pod started that you don't think Dune should win because it has a lot of VFX, but there's still a lot of cinematography in that movie. Like the way that he chose to film that movie with the natural light of the day, like they filmed at specific times during the day for the natural lighting. There's the shots of Timmy and Zendaya, however it's pronounced. I don't know how it's pronounced. Of them sitting on the sand talking with the sun going down in the background, and it's a little hazy because the wind's blowing and there's sand. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gorgeous. And take the VFX out, it's still gorgeous.
I agree.
That's what I want to win.
Can I have a rebuttal?
If you want, like if you must.
Okay. I think completely understand. And let me clarify when I say because of the VFX. The movie is still, the cinematography is still top notch. It's still 10 out of 10. I don't think it takes away from the cinematography that there are a ton of VFX. The way I see it though is like, for example, when I say what should win is Nosferatu, I truly think there is no movie that is better lit, better shot. The framing of everything from the first shot is just beautiful. And Dune, here's what Dune has going for it. And I think this is why you like it, is because it's so big. And in IMAX, it was breathtaking because of how big the scenery is. Now, that doesn't mean that the cinematography is not good, but I think sometimes we get lost in like big pictures that look amazing.
But it looks amazing for a reason.
Yeah, no, agreed. But I will say, I think both Nosferatu and The Brutalist have better cinematography than Dune 2.
Which is fair. And I was gonna say I won't be upset if Nosferatu or The Brutalist
You like
win.
the Brutalist
I
cinematography.
loved the Brutalist cinematography. The camera that they used for that, whenever the characters would move and you're seeing like the hues of red and green because of the camera choice that they used to film that movie, beautiful.
Yeah.
I was in awe because of that throughout the movie. So it's
Yeah,
gorgeous. And
I leaned over-
Nosferatu,
I leaned over to Jackson during the Brutalist. I go, hey, this is why it looks like that. And he goes, are you serious? I go, yeah. He's like, oh. And I was like, I'm a film nerd, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to tell him about this.
sick though. Cool fact I wouldn't have known otherwise.
Yeah.
And then I was also going to say, and sorry, I'm taking away from Landon's talk time because I'm just a yapper, but
No, we're good. We got time.
I was also going to say Nosferatu, one of my favorite scenes in that is when he's getting on the carriage, like the horses are coming at him,
Yeah.
and then they run past him, and it's like they like disappear. And then when he gets up, the carriage is turned sideways, and that door swings open.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm in.
It's wonderful. It's truly amazing.
5-star movie right there.
Yeah, my problem is I'm a Dune 2 guy all the way. Like out of all of those, it's my
I
favorite.
knew you two are going to be on
Yeah.
the Dune 2 train.
So just on Dune 2. And I totally understand what you're saying. Like IMAX, it's huge. It looked so cool. But then also we did see Nosferatu in IMAX, and it also was insane.
Yeah.
So like
Good
those
point.
two are like my two favorites. But the Brutalist, same thing that you guys were talking about. Some of the shots they had of like the city and stuff, I was like,
The Statue of Liberty shot.
yeah.
The upside down
Which is one of
Statue
the
of
most-
Liberty.
I mean, obviously that was a big part of the marketing campaign, but that's a visceral shot, man. I also really like how it was shaky cam a lot.
Mhm.
Really puts you in the perspective. And just so we're clear, I think we all are on this level where if Dune does win, like, for example, if the Brutalist or Nosferatu win, you guys will still be happy.
I'll understand. Yeah,
If
I'll be happy.
Dune 2 wins, I will still be extremely happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I absolutely, we saw both of them on IMAX, but I think we can agree Dune 2 on a scale wise is different than Nosferatu.
Was the Brutalist shot for IMAX? It wasn't.
No.
I wish that
It was
were
shot on 70 millimeters, so it was shot for a large format, but not IMAX.
Yeah, I wish we could have seen it on IMAX though.
I'm just glad we went to the theater to see it. We were about to
Yeah.
watch it here, and if we would have watched it here, we would have. I think it would have been way less enjoyable.
Yeah,
So go see that movie in theaters.
beautiful movie.
Okay, we have next. I think we're doing what, best director.
Directing.
All right, go off, King.
You want me to read it,
Yeah,
or you got it, Land?
Oh, I can say
Yeah,
it.
hit
We
us,
got
man, go off. My bad.
a Honora, the Brutalist, a Complete Unknown, Amelia Perez, and the Substance.
Okay.
I don't know.
Take it away,
It's
King.
really hard.
Take it away.
I
Ernie.
really want a Complete Unknown to win because
Yeah.
I enjoyed that the most.
Comes out on digital tomorrow.
banger.
Oh, sweet.
I'll watch it.
I will too, but I think Honora will win.
Nice.
That's it. That's an interesting take.
Yeah.
I loved Nora also. Okay, a Complete Unknown, Nora, and the Brutalist. It's again one of those things where it's like, honestly, if either of those three win, sick. If Amelia Perez wins, choke.
Problem, Jackson. If we're being real honest, you haven't seen
I know,
Amelia Perez.
But every single review that I have read for Amelia Perez is like, this is one of the worst movies I've seen in such a long time. It's like everything is negative about that movie except for Zoe Saldana.
Yeah.
She's the only good thing I've ever like read about that movie.
Yeah.
So go off, Queen. I like her. I think she's cool.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
Shouldn't win anything else.
I agree with you.
I would choose The Brutalist, and that's
Okay,
what I think
so
is going to
Brady
win.
Corbet.
Yeah,
It's a very well directed film.
yeah. I think that's what I want. I think that that's going to win, and it would probably be my choice because what we talked about after we saw that movie, the end of that movie, how it just connected everything else in the movie,
Yeah.
just completely changed like my whole view of the movie.
Well, I think the one thing The Brutalist really has going for it when it comes to direction is the scene blocking is amazing. And the film, realistically, right, it's about an architect, and it feels like an architect put the movie together. It is so well constructed, and everything on the directorial front was beautiful. No, that's a good pick. And you think The Brutalist will win.
I think The Brutalist will win. I think you want The Brutalist to win, but I don't think you think The Brutalist will.
So that's his. What do you think?
I think you think the Substance will win.
So, first of all, both great thoughts. little bit different. I think Honora deserves to win.
Okay.
And I think Honora will win. My favorite directed film from last year was Dune Part 2. And Denis just got fudged. Respectfully, so stupid. They absolutely, first of all, does the Academy realize how lucky we are to have Denis making films like the Dune series or like Blade Runner 2049? Give this man his credit, because Dune Part 2, now here is where it differs from the cinematography. A movie of that scale, do you know how hard it is to direct a film with that scale, but make it so personal and make these stories come together, and the blocking that's required to actually make these scenes make sense? And the scene when Timmy goes into the whatever it is
Oh
and
yeah,
gives
and
his speech,
yeah, and he's
the
walking through the crowd
directing
of
of even
people.
all the extras, Javier Bardem, Timmy, like Timmy's performance is next level. But you have to understand that like it doesn't happen without Denis.
Lisan Al Gaib.
And I'm going to go on that, and I'm just going to say that is ridiculous. It has pissed me off since the nominations came out. And I do think Dune Part 2 should win director if it was there. But
Also, pause. I'm
we
going to
all
interrupt
agree.
you really quickly. We also talked about how they didn't even nominate Dune Part 2 for Best Score.
Oh, dude, that's why we're not doing best score, because
Are we
and then it
being
wins the Grammy
serious?
for best score.
Yeah, are we being serious? Here's my question. Is the Academy as rigged as the Chiefs and the refs were this entire last season? Like, is that what we're experiencing right now?
I don't think so. The thing about the Academy is it's made up of a whole lot of old people, but it's also made up of a whole lot of current day actors and directors and producers.
And they
And
just can't stand Timmy's greatness.
that's maybe
It's probably Leo.
Leo.
Probably
That's
Leo out
so
here
funny,
saying,
dude.
we can't let him win.
Facts, actually. No, but yeah, Dune is getting screwed this award season. It is like, that's the thing, is it's a technical marvel, and I that's why I do say the cinematography is still a 10 out of 10. It's just my own personal opinions, right? But
And your personal opinion can be wrong, and that's okay.
exactly. So for me, Sean Baker in Honora, I think should win and will win. For Landon, he said that he wants James Mangold and A Complete Unknown to win, but he thinks Honora will win. Jackson picked The Brutalist for both, which, I mean, again, it's like Complete Unknown, The Brutalist, The Substance even, and Honora, the one I'm picking,
Yeah.
is all great choices and all banger films. And if Jackson continues to look at that TV again, I am going to riot. Turn the TV off, Jackson.
I'm so focused on this podcast.
Jackson,
I just looked at the score at halftime. I just wanted to
have
see the
literally looked
halftime
over
score.
at you maybe 5 times during this podcast. You've been locked in on the
I
TV.
just wanted to see the halftime score.
Okay, now you've seen that score. Now you can turn it off. We're literally okay.
We hitting Best Supporting Actress.
All right. Actress in a supporting role. Nominees, we have Monica Barbaro from A Complete Unknown,
Ooh.
Ariana Grande, Wicked,
Banger.
Felicity Jones, The Brutalist,
Banger.
Isabella Rossellini, Conclave, and Zoe Saldana, Amelia Perez.
Lit.
Start us off here, Seth. I want to hear your opinion.
Okay. So
Since you always have such a big opinion when it comes to talking about women.
I am a feminist, and I do believe that we should stop using the term actress. We should start saying female actor, okay? Because that's what they are. Greatest actor of all time, Meryl Streep. Big respect to the queen. I'm split between two that I want to win. Monica Barrow
And Felicity.
from A Complete Unknown and Felicity Jones from The Brutalist. In my opinion, Felicity Jones gives the best performance of any of these ladies in any of these films. I think we'll probably all agree with that, because I know we were all really awestruck by her performance in The
The
Brutalist.
end scene of that. Oh,
Yeah, like next level. She's so good in it. She makes such a big impact.
what a queen.
What a queen. What a queen. But also, Monica in A Complete Unknown, playing Joan Baez, is so good. Every scene she's in, she makes such a big impact with her presence.
Did she sing? Was that her singing?
Yeah.
What a voice.
What a voice, dude. What a voice. What a movie.
Honestly, look,
My favorite movie of last year.
I know
Not the best
that's
one I
not
saw,
true.
but my favorite.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I was
Yeah.
gonna say you literally just put
No, yeah. The
The
Brutalist is the
Brutalist
best one
above
I saw,
that.
but that one's
Yeah.
my favorite.
Okay, that's fair. Look, we did see, well, I didn't see that movie with these specific people, but I know these specific people who watched that movie and didn't like it, and the criticism that they had just was questionable
Who
to
was
me.
it?
I'm not going to name names because I'm above that,
Well,
but
I'll bleep it out.
the criticism was it was the fingernails, remember?
Oh my gosh, these people,
Yeah.
dude.
Is that you're gonna give a movie a bad review because you didn't like how long Timothy Chalamet's fingernails
Look,
were
he
as
went
Bob
all
Dylan?
in on the role.
He went all in on the role.
Do you
Down
not
to the
understand that
fingernails.
guitarists, they all have long fingernails? It's easier to strum the guitar and finger pluck with long fingernails.
Yeah. Now, let's be clear here. If you rate a movie low just because you don't like how fingernails look, you are wrong. No, I'm
That's
serious.
facts.
Like,
Yeah.
your opinion on, like, you cannot like the fingernails, but to give it a low score just because you don't like someone's fingernails that are historically accurate, go kick rocks, like literally.
Yeah, crazy. And look, maybe there were some other things that they didn't like about it, but all I
Maybe
heard
the
was the
dialogue
fingernails.
was elementary.
It's crazy.
I just
Hey,
joking.
shout out The Gorge.
Shout out The Gorge.
It didn't get nominated for anything, but what a movie.
because it came out this year.
Yeah, what a movie.
Next year, it better win every single award or I'm pissed. The Gorge is my favorite movie of the year so far.
I mean, fair.
Miles Teller, Anya Taylor-Joy makes everything better, but okay, you guys, what are oh, also Zoe Saldana will win. Logistically, that is who will win.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna say the same thing. Like, she's probably gonna win. That's who I think will win. I do want Monica to win. It's just she was, yeah, kind of what you said. Every time she's on screen, I was locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah, she in
And
my opinion, sorry to cut you off. In my opinion, her performance is better than Adrian Brody's performance.
You mean Felicity Jones now?
Yeah, Felicity
He said
Jones.
Monica.
Oh, you wanted Monica
Yeah,
to
I
win.
wanted
Okay,
Monica to
yeah. My opinion or my fault. I thought you were talking about Felicity Jones. We can edit that out. I think back to the Brutalist because everybody's talking about Adrian Brody in the Brutalist. In my opinion, he wasn't even the best part. Was he great? Yes. Was his wife better? Yes.
Yes, Felicity Jones. I've had a long time to think about this. Because when you said that right when we got out, I was like, yeah, I can see that opinion. I didn't necessarily agree with it. But the more I think on it, I do think she gives a better performance.
Even though she's only in the second half of the movie, too.
Okay, spoiler alert.
I mean, it's not really a spoiler. You walk into the movie and the first thing you learn about is that they're separated and he's in New York and she's not.
Okay,
It's
my
the
bad. I'll cut
First thing
that
you
out.
learn 5
Oh.
minutes into the movie, that's what it tells you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm just trying to make sure that people at home aren't spoiled.
Look, maybe since that's the best movie you've seen of all of last year, you should have paid more attention.
That's absolutely the most insane thing you've ever said to me, Jackson. I did pay attention. Obviously, I know they were separated. Obviously, I know that. I'm saying maybe people don't want to know that they have to wait 2 hours until they see her. I think you guys both agree that Zoe Saldana will win, right?
Yes. Before you say that, I didn't get to say who I want to win, though, because it's not her. It's actually Ariana Grande.
Great pick.
I was a hater. I did not like her as an actress, as a singer. There was not a single thing about her that I liked before I saw the movie Wicked. And then I watched Wicked, and I'm not a big musical guy. Movie bangs. She
bangs.
is so good in that movie. Loved it.
No One Mourns the Wicked is one of the best scenes in the movie for me. And her range, not just vocally, the pure emotion, if you know anything about Wicked and you see like the pure emotion that she has, it like explains everything about the character you need to know right from the beginning. I think that's a great pick.
Thank you.
I
appreciate that.
I was so incredibly impressed with her performance.
Yeah, I think she killed it. So that's who I want to win. I do think Zoe Saldana will win.
Let's go to Best Actor in a Supporting Role.
All right, we got Yura Borisov, Nora. That was nice, huh?
Yeah,
We got Kieran Culkin, A Real Pain, Edward Norton, A Complete Unknown, Guy Pearce in The Brutalist, and Jeremy Strong in The Apprentice.
All such good performances.
But I haven't seen A Real Pain, but I'm going Kieran Culkin for both. From Home Alone, his performance in Home Alone, I knew he was destined for greatness. And so I want him to win both. I want him to win. I think he's going to win.
That's fair.
That's fair. And I will transition into that because I did just happen to watch A Real Pain today. And let me tell you something. Kieran Culkin ate that down.
Did you cry?
I didn't cry, but it was extremely emotional. There was something really beautiful about that movie. Yeah, Kieran Culkin's winning that.
I think we all know he is going to win. So you want him to win?
I
too.
want him to win. Yeah.
Okay. Now this is the only one where I differ on who I want to win.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, let's
Can
hear
any
it.
of you guys guess?
I think you liked Guy Pearce a lot,
I did.
but I don't think you want Guy Pearce to win. I think you want Yura Borisov.
Yes, I, Seth Orris, want Yura to win. I think his performance in Honora is so good. He is the most, besides Honora herself, he is just one of the most complex characters of when he looks at the mom and goes, I think he should at least apologize. And it's all this stuff. And it's so good. And you just feel like the caretaker in him. And I think that's really, it really, really shows through. Now, Kieran will win. And Kieran's my number 2. Very, very close. A Real Pain is a wildly emotional movie, and I really, really liked it. But that would be my pick. I really just love Honora.
It's a great movie.
I showed them Honora for the first time 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was like my third time seeing it, and third time was a charm for me. I really liked it the previous 2, but that movie is it's just very sad.
The end scene in the car,
Look,
heartbreaking.
I'm not like, oh, Kieran or no one. Like if any of them win, like I'll be happy. If Edward Norton wins, hey,
Yeah.
I'm fine with that too.
Guy Pearce wins.
Guy Pearce was also great in that movie.
Yeah.
There were also, man, The Brutalist is just such a good movie.
It is.
There were moments in that movie where I was like, Guy Pearce's character is so understanding and so compassionate and just there for Adrian Brody. And then there were other times where I was like, oh, this guy's,
Yeah. He's a very layered character.
yeah. And then there's the one scene where I'm like, oh, choke, please.
Yeah.
You guys know the one I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Adrian
And
Brody was choking, that's for sure.
That's
Facts.
wild.
yeah, crazy.
What?
Yeah. No, I mean,
They
you're
were
not
at dinner.
wrong, but
They
here's
were
the
at
thing.
dinner.
Yeah, here's the thing, though.
Kinda.
Like,
He was eating
that was the after
shit
party.
up.
That was the after party, though.
Yeah.
One was at dinner.
Yeah, no, honestly, you can't really go wrong. The only one that I don't really have an opinion on is
Jeremy Strong.
yeah.
Okay. So, moving on. What the fuck do we have next? I'm going to cut that out. of course.
Actor in a leading
Yeah,
role.
actor in a leading role.
Actor. Okay. Moving forward, we have actor in a leading role. Hit us with the nominees.
Nominees, we have Adrian Brody, The Brutalist, Timothée Chalamet, A Complete Unknown, Coleman Domingo, Sing Sing, Ralph Fiennes, Conclave.
Ray Fiennes.
Oh, is that how you pronounce that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not how it's written.
Right.
And my apologies, Ralph. If by chance you happen to see this podcast, I will do better. Sebastian Stan, The
He's not
Apprentice.
from here.
Well, I read in American English, Seth.
No, it's fine. Move on.
What is he, French?
Sebastian Stan, The Apprentice.
Yeah, and that's the last one. Do you want me to start since I read them off, or do you want to pass it to someone
Why
else?
don't you start?
All right, I will start. You already know who I want to win.
Yeah.
Timothée Chalamet. Here's the thing. I was talking to my oldest brother about this yesterday. I think that, and we also talked about this after we saw The Brutalist. The more I thought about it, the more I thought that Timmy's performance in A Complete Unknown rivals Adrian Brody's in The Brutalist. And I think where the Academy is going to give it to Adrian Brody, and the reason being is because the significance of the movie that The Brutalist is. It has more meaning to it, or like more substance than a biopic of Bob Dylan. But if you're just purely looking at their performances individually, they are very on par. like very competitive
You
performances.
can see why either one of them would win.
Yes, I could see why either one of those would win.
In any other year is typically there's always one person who you know without a doubt is going to win. This year it's been super shaken up, minus the supporting categories.
Yeah.
Kieran and Zoe are cleaning up. We'll talk about actress in a second, but for actor, we've seen Adrian Brody win a couple. But then last night, we see Timothy win the SAG award and give a great speech. And I'm not trying to cut you off, but is that
No, you're all
okay,
good. Keep going. Yeah.
I think who I want to win, Timmy. Thought a lot about it. His performance in that movie is, in my opinion, it is close with Adrian Brody, but I think it's better than Adrian Brody's by crazy enough, like a substantial amount.
Because Adrian Brody's not even the best part of that movie.
Which I agree,
And
but
Timothy
that's
Chalamet
only
is the
because
best
Felicity
part of A
Jones
Complete
is
Unknown.
so good in the movie.
Yes.
Timothy Chalamet does something in A Complete Unknown that is incredibly impressive. And you remember when Rami Malek won Best Actor for playing Freddie Mercury in Bohemian Rhapsody. So this is a conversation I've had many times, but he won that award. I used to think it was the best performance I'd ever seen. But the truth is he is just mimicking Freddie Mercury, which is fine. That's his job. That I'm not trying to say that doesn't mean he's a good actor. That performance is still so good. But the thing about Timothy in A Complete Unknown, it would be so easy for him to just mimic Bob Dylan. He embodies Bob Dylan. The spirit, not even like the voice, sure, but it doesn't feel like he's mimicking a person. It feels
he
like
became a person.
Exactly. Like it feels like I was watching, when I watch Bohemian Rhapsody, I feel like I'm just watching someone put on a show as Freddie Mercury. When I watch A Complete Unknown, I feel like I'm watching Bob Dylan back in the day. And that is the most impressive thing I've seen this year. I do think he's better in Dune 2 than he is in A Complete Unknown.
I was about to say I think that he should have been nominated twice for this.
But that's my dark horse. I think he's going to win because a lot of those SAG members are in the Academy, and I think he's going to win. Adrian Brody, it will go one of two ways. It will either go to him or Adrian Brody. I do have to shout out Coleman Domingo in Sing Sing. His performance is so incredibly gracious, giving, encapsulating, and emotional. And I remember watching that movie. I was in a Dallas Cinemark with like 4 other people, and all of us were just crying. Like legitimately, like you could hear all of us crying. He's so moving in that movie. That movie is phenomenal. So I just wanted to shout that out. Sebastian Stan in The Apprentice right now, like playing Donald Trump in a biopic with the world the way it is now is like incredibly brave. I know a lot of people were really upset with him. A lot of people were like, you're an asshole for playing Trump. You're trying to glorify him. And he said in an interview, he said, the truth is we have to have more empathy as people. We have to understand where these people come from and what made them who they are. And that's what I was trying to do, was explore the character and show him as he is, but also show that not all people start that way. It's these circumstances and they turn into these people. And I really like The Apprentice because I think it's not like a Trump hit piece. It is a biopic through and through, showing how Trump started when he was like in his early 20s and the influences he had around him that turned him into the person he is today and how we all know him now. And I think that's really impressive. But yes, Timmy all the way. Landon, your pick, Timmy?
I'm going same thing for both.
And you think he's going to win?
I think he is going to win.
Jackson's the only one that thinks Adrian Brody is going to win.
I just think after his speech, also, if you don't want him to win now, there's something wrong with you.
There's a lot of people who don't want him to win.
People who are criticizing that speech, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Should we talk about it?
Can we, please? Because
yeah, as long as you guys are okay with
the more that I have read about people criticizing the way that he accepted that reward, the more I'm confused about people on Earth at this very moment in time.
So let's talk about the quote that you're referencing. So when Timmy won the We call him Timmy, like we're friends with
Yeah,
him.
it's because it's my
We are
guy.
friends.
It's my dog.
Facts. But when he won the SAG award, he got up there and he said, art and movies are subjective. And I know this is really weird to say, but I'm in pursuit of greatness. I want to be known as one of the greats. I look at, he said, I look at Daniel Day-Lewis. I look at Viola Davis. Who was the second person? He goes, Daniel Day-Lewis, Marlon Brando, and Viola Davis, the same way I look at Michael Jordan, Michael Phelps. And I'm in search of that. And this isn't signifying that in any means that I'm one of the greats, but it's a good start.
It's
And
fuel for the fire.
and I did, before any hate came out, you guys can testify to this. I told them last night that people were going to be pissed about it. And I was stoked about it because you know what? I love when people are so dang passionate about their art form that they want to be great. If you're making movies, if you're not even if you're making movies, no matter what you're doing, if it's art and it's subjective, don't you want to be great? You think when your favorite band or favorite artist puts out an album, they're like, it's fine, whatever people think. No, they want it. They're in pursuit of greatness. Just because he has the balls to come out and be like, I want to be one of the greatest, people are going to be weird and people are going to be hateful. Like, no, if I won an award for directing a film, you bet your ass I'm getting up there and going, I look up to Martin Scorsese. That him and Tarantino are my two guys. And I can only hope that I can become good enough and great enough to be put on a pedestal next to them. Like, but that's exciting. I'm going on a long tirade, so forgive me, but I'm really passionate about this because I hate when people are hateful about other people wanting to be great. Because guess what? Everyone does. He just had the guts to actually say it. And that's my case.
Have we seen another actor in the last 20 years with like show that much fire before?
Matthew McConaughey,
Makes sense.
like when he had his renaissance.
Yeah, I mean, makes sense. It's Timmy's dad, right?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, so like father, like son.
And he's just the coolest dude. But I think Matthew McConaughey, like that kind of fire in like a speech.
Well, yeah, I mean, in a speech, but also just like the way that Timmy goes about his work, you can just tell that there's just like more. It just means so much more to him.
Yeah. I'd put Emma Stone up there, Jennifer Lawrence, Matthew McConaughey. Those are the ones I'm thinking of as far as that goes. I think, Denzel Washington, but he's always been that way.
Yeah.
Like
Look, I almost even put like Tom Cruise in there.
Tom Cruise. Well, that's the thing is there's a lot of actors like that. I think most good actors we know of are like that. Again, it just comes down to the fact that like, why are we so afraid of someone coming out and saying that they want to be one of the greatest of all time? When it comes to, and they're like, well, it's art. Yeah. Guess what? Basketball is art. Football is art. Construction is art. All these things that people want to be great at. Architecture is art. Like there are some things that are objective and you can literally look at the statistics and be like, LeBron James is the greatest player of all time.
Facts. Spit king.
Now,
Keep going.
exactly. Now, people have other opinions, but guess what? If we're simply going by statistics, he's the greatest player of all time. You can't dispute it. You can't really say that someone is the greatest of all time in art. But what you can say is this artist was fearless enough to come out and just give it their all, and they weren't afraid to say, I want to be great. I'm really passionate about that because I think it's good. When I go about running my business right now, all I can think is I want to be the best media company in Utah. And that technically it's a little bit more objective than like, movies, but it's like if you're not in pursuit of that, then what are you doing? Why are you acting? Why are you taking projects?
Why do you do what you do if you're not going to strive to be the best at it?
Yeah. Like
It's just like, what's the point of doing anything if you're never going to put forth your best effort in what you're doing?
Yeah, it's like you think Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, and Al Pacino came back for The Irishman to be de-aged for half the movie because they just were like, yeah, it'll be fun. No, they see Scorsese, they see the script, they see the movie, and they go, that's going to be a great movie. I want to be part of it because I am one of the greats.
I got two things on that.
Oh, yes, please.
One, there's the ASAP Rocky quote that you've probably seen coming around now when he says, "Since when has it become not cool to try?" And then he says, "Effing loser." But I think it goes back to that too, where it's like, don't you want people to try? Don't you want people to be great at things? Like, why was it ever cool to be like, oh, I'm just doing what I do, whatever. Like, if you're gonna do it, go all in on it. And then I kind of take it as the same way. I think me and Jax were the same. Any sport we played, I didn't care who was on that field. In my head, I'm like, I'm better than all of them. I'm not saying it out loud, but that's the mindset. And I think Timmy has that mindset right now, which I like. He didn't say, I am the greatest, but I think he has that mindset of like, I can become that. And if you don't have the confidence in yourself, then who else is going to have it for you? Like, you have to have that little spark of like, I am doing this, I can. And I think he does, which I think is sick. And he's not like scared to like show it.
Well, and I think what also comes about by him saying that type of thing is when you have somebody who clearly is right now at the top of their game, and granted, he's only 29 years old, so he's still young, but he's putting out the best work he's ever put out in his career. Yeah. And there's no arguing that. So when you have somebody who's put out in the last year 2 of the biggest movies that year, or like 2 of the best, because I guess a Complete Unknown's not one of the biggest, but 2 of the best movies of that year, coming out and saying, I want to be the best of all time, it's motivating other people also, right? Like he's putting fire behind all of the other actors to be like, hey, I also want that.
Yeah.
So if him saying that is going to bring out even better acting performances from others, we have Timothy to thank for the movies that are going to be coming out in the next couple of years.
We're going to take a brief intermission while Landon takes the dog out, but dude, if Timothy won the Oscar, I would literally de la creme in my pants.
Yeah, crazy thing to say. Don't cut that out because it's really funny.
I like that conversation. I'm keeping that whole thing.
That was a very intellectually stimulating conversation. Is that what? How does he say that?
Yeah, dude.
Also, welcome back to our mascot, Obi. He had a very long day. He had been taking a nap, but he's back now.
He's back.
He was whining at the door. Like,
he's back.
So I had to let him out, you know. He's just a good boy.
All right. Moving forward, we now have 2 more categories. First being Best Actress. Landon, hit us with it. What's up, buddy?
He's being a little menace. He's wide awake. All right. We've got Cynthia Erivo in Wicked. And then Carla Sofia Gascon and Amelia Perez.
Boo, boo, boo.
And then
she sucks, okay? She sucks. She's actually a bad person, so.
Facts.
She's a racist.
Let her know.
Yeah, let him know.
We got Mikey Madison and Honora.
Queen.
Demi Moore in The Substance.
Also queen.
And Fernanda Torres in I'm Still Here.
I'm Still Here. We need to go see.
We do.
I'm still.
I'll give mine.
Okay, please do.
I want Mikey Madison to win. I do think she will win. But I also wouldn't be mad if Cynthia Erivo won.
Go off with that pick.
Which
off,
one?
King.
The Cynthia Erivo pick?
No, the Mikey Madison.
I want her to win.
The Cynthia Erivo one's good too.
Look, love Mikey Madison. Killed it in Honora. Like, killed it in Honoria. In Honoria. Honora. Killed it in Honora. Cynthia Erivo, my queen. After Wicked came out.
Put the mic a little closer.
Oh, my bad. After Wicked came out, I was on TikTok, just scrolling through, listening to people sing Wicked. They all sucked compared to her. And I'm so sorry because that sounds rude. Nobody should ever sing those songs in Wicked ever again.
Pause. Tori Kelly can do it, but that's about it.
Tori Kelly could probably do it, yeah.
She did do it.
Did she do it?
She did it well.
When did she do
very
it?
well. On TikTok.
Oh, well, see, I didn't see that.
Kind of bad. Because I mistake Tori Kelly for R. Kelly for a second.
No, that's crazy.
Tori Kelly's an
we love
angel.
Tori Kelly.
He's allowed to sing from prison.
No. We do love Tori Kelly.
Tori Kelly is my queen. She's an angel. She can do no wrong.
But look, and I'm sure Tori Kelly killed it. I still would bet $1 million that Cynthia Erivo is better than Tori Kelly at that.
Well, at those specific songs, yeah. I would
Yeah,
agree.
well, here's the thing. Do I think Cynthia Erivo could be like a pop star like Tori Kelly? Probably. I mean, she probably could, but it just doesn't suit her
Yeah,
and like what she does.
she'd have to hook up with John
But
Bellier.
Cynthia Erivo, my queen, I could listen to you sing those songs forever.
So that's who you want to win.
That's who I want to win.
okay. Who do you think will?
Carla Sofia Gascon.
Really?
No, I don't-
I just think that movie right now is such an
Even
Academy
after all the
favorite.
political stuff?
I don't want her to win, don't get me wrong. But just based off of everything that I've seen with the Oscars and like how highly rated this is with the Academy, I could see them just sliding it to her as kind of like a here you go.
Well, she's not allowed to attend the ceremony, so
Really?
she's like she's canceled.
I didn't know that she wasn't allowed to attend though.
She is technically, but there's no way that there's no way that she'll show up after everything that's happened because her whole cast has written her off.
Yeah, which
The director has
right,
written her off.
yeah, rightfully so.
I
We should just scrap the entire movie from the.
Honestly, yeah, just erase it from the Oscars.
So-
just keep Zoe Saldana in there for being the queen that she is.
But the fact that
So
she-
what-
she's never won for Avatar is so crazy to me.
it's not crazy to me. So what
To me, it is.
she she's good in Avatar, but she's not that good in Avatar.
I just
don't know,
think
that scene where
having
they're
to
getting
act with
busy
those
under the
freaking
trees.
things over your face and like none of it is like
Here's the thing, dude. I've seen a lot better performances with balls on your head than hers. Okay.
Hey,
like
look. Name the movie, Seth.
For
God.
back in action.
That's crazy.
Okay, that I'm keeping that in. Okay.
Did you just like make that up, or is that
Yeah.
no? But Mikey Madison, I think
Will win.
Mikey Madison will probably win. Mikey Madison and Cynthia Erivo are like
1 and 2 for
one of
you.
those things where I'm like, yeah, go off, Queens. You can both take it home, and I'll be happy with that. Pick.
Yeah. So I was thinking really this one took me a while.
You're gonna pick Demi Moore.
So let me talk.
Oh, see, I'm right. But anyway, keep going.
So Demi Moore will win. She will win. I know you guys haven't seen The Substance, but
And let me preface this as to why, because I don't want people to be like, oh, you're not a movie
Seth
fan.
told us it was
Seth
scary.
told me not to watch that movie.
until like a week ago, and then I was like, you should probably watch
Yeah.
it.
Seth told me not to watch that movie, though. He said it's so disturbing and gory
It just
that I won't like it.
I don't know if, but now, well, that's the thing is I said that. And then since then we've seen what, 80 movies together in the past 3 months, 2 months. I think you will really like it. But I think the thing about it is Demi Moore, it's kind of like a renaissance of a sort, right? She stops acting, then she comes back for this absolutely incredible role that was just made for her. And when I think about acting, I genuinely think she embodies what it means to be a great actor in that performance. Now, I don't want her to win. I think Mikey Madison is by far the best performance of the year.
She won an award for that, right?
Which one
did
that's
she
the
win?
thing. Her and Demi Moore have been
Alternating?
like taking punches, and really, it is anyone's award to win. Either of theirs.
Well, who would win in a real fight? They're taking punches.
Probably Mikey Madison. Unless Brad Pitt's involved, then he's throwing a can at her face. I think Mikey Madison and Honora, it really is just about the range, and it's about how good she is at playing a very hurt and really just down individual while also showing such spirit in a performance and showing so much. It's crazy. But I do have to shout out Cynthia Erivo. But yeah, those are my picks. And now, last but not least, we've been recording for an hour and 15 minutes.
Really?
I know, it's gone by.
It has.
It's gone by.
It's because these are just like the topics of discussion that we would be having whether or not we had microphones in our face.
I know. When everything's said and done, I'll probably edit this down to an hour, but I'm down for this one to be an hour because I think it's intriguing. Okay. Best picture. Who wants to read them off?
Jazz.
You want me to read them?
Yeah.
All right. Best Picture nominees: Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, She Who Must Not Be Named, Amelia Perez, I'm Still Here,
Amelia.
Nickel Boys,
Amelia! And standing right there was, and I was like, Amelia! The Mighty Duck Man.
Anyway,
That's funny.
that's funny. That was really good. Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked.
You want me to start?
Yeah, start us off. Hold on. Actually, before you start us off, this category minus Amelia Perez, stacked.
Stacked. We need to watch the Nickel Boys.
Yeah, it's on my list.
That is that, and I'm Still Here and Conclave are the only ones I haven't seen.
Same.
We are going to watch Conclave before the Oscars, though. We are going to make sure to watch that so we can properly have an opinion there. Who I want to win? Dune Part 2 should win. I think we'll all agree there. I think we would all choose Dune Part 2 if we had to choose. I don't think it's... I just think when I think about a great movie and okay, so this is the thing with Best Picture. I remember when Dune 1 came out and it swept all the categories, technical categories, like best sound editing, best VFX, best cinematography, all of these things. Kirby texted me that night and he goes, it's crazy how Dune can have the best sound, the best editing, the best score, the best cinematography, and is not the best movie of the year. When it comes to best movie of the year, I genuinely don't know what they look for. So Dune 2 is my pick. What will win? This is going to shock everyone. What will win is Conclave. Conclave will win. That's going to be it. But I also think it's really cool that The Substance is like a crazy horror, body horror film and is nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah.
I just hope it hopefully begins a trend of nominating movies that aren't in the traditional scope for Best Picture. Well, we already know what everyone
obviously
wants.
I want Dune Part 2 to win. I don't know. I think I have seen really good things about Conclave. I don't know. After I watch it, I think I'll have a better that will win. I think Anora will win.
I mean, obviously, I either want Dune Part 2 to win or A Complete Unknown or Anora. I think that would be the order that I would want them to win in. Dune, A Complete Unknown, and then Anora.
You'd rather Nora over The Brutalist.
I would. I think I just had more fun watching Anora
I get that.
than I had watching The Brutalist. I mean, the tough thing is after watching The Brutalist, and I know it came out more towards the end of the year, so I think recency bias might come into effect with this movie because of how well made it actually is, and then it's top of mind. Also, I think I could see them giving it to The Brutalist.
I think it's cool that we each have like a different opinion on who will win. It'll be fun to watch the Oscars and actually see. Okay, one last thing. Apparently, I don't know if these reports are true, but if they are, I just want to say I'm having a really tough time with it because I read it today. Apparently, they used AI to fix Adrian Brody's accent in The Brutalist.
Interesting.
Now, that is not confirmed.
Well, I have seen that.
If
there
that
was
is the
AI
case,
in The Brutalist used. I don't know what it was for, but
I don't think this is a hot take at all. I think majority of film fans can agree. If any movie uses AI, it should not be able to be nominated for an Academy Award.
Agree but disagree. If it uses AI, because every movie uses AI, it's how they use AI. Just like these days, like you kind of have to use AI on movies just because of the editing tools you have at hand.
Fair, yeah.
But like, for example, The Brutalist, nothing cinematography wise is AI.
Yeah.
That's just all on film, all out there. The coloring is all... So like that, I think should be able to be nominated and acknowledged. But I do think if it is true that like they had to use that to help Adrian Brody's accent, I think it takes a lot of credit away from Adrian Brody. Not that he wasn't great, and ultimately that wouldn't have been his choice, but it is one of those things where it's like maybe just become more like Anya Taylor-Joy and have a great accent, like in
The Forge.
The Gorge.
The Gorge, yeah.
The Forge.
We're all about that.
The Gorge.
The Orges.
That's the sequel.
That's facts.
I'm so in. We are ending this week. Go see a movie. Go watch a movie. I am Saurus19 on Letterboxd. Landon
I'm Lando Pete.
Jackson.
And I am Jax Pete.
And this has been the Put Your Phone Away. It's Movie Time Podcast, episode 4. Super excited for episode 5. We got Mickey 17 next week.
Banger.
And I know we are all super excited.
Oh, did you see his interview for Mickey 17?
I've seen a lot of them.
Yeah, count me in. That's my Batman.
Honestly, I'm
That's
down.
my Edward.
That's facts, actually. Shout out to Scott Orris, biggest Twilight fan in the world.
Scott, we love you.
He's going to be so mad. Okay. Peace and love, guys. Thank you.